Hello beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I am back with new remote job leads, and in today's video we have opportunities with SouthWest Airlines. Also, I have opportunity with Limitless Health. We're going to be going over a medical clerk position with United Health. So let's dive right in. I do want to take a moment. Please make sure you have the notification bell turned on. That is really important because that will allow you to be notified real time when these job videos are posted so that you can apply as quickly as possible. Okay, so now let's dive right in. The first opportunity that I'm going to be talking about is with Limitless Health. Limitless Health is looking for SCA data tech. As the name implies, you can already tell this is going to be focused on data. So this position is a data entry role. And with this position, it kind of highlights some of the locations where they're looking for individuals to reside for this opportunity. It's quite a lot of locations, so definitely look through those to make sure that your state is part of that list. In addition to that, they do have salary breakdown, which I actually particularly love. They have breakdown of how much they are going to be paying for this role depending on where you are located. So if you're in Syracuse, New York, it kind of writes it right there. It's $19.00. Pennsylvania, Texas, Georgia, Ohio, and so forth. It talks about the duties, right? Collecting data, imputing data into different spreadsheets as well as databases, and updating those databases as needed to make sure data in those systems are correctly reflected. So let's talk a little bit more about what some of the qualifications are. High school diploma or equivalent, a minimum of 3 years relevant experience, so related experience. It talks about a combination of education and experience. If you don't have the degree, they always ask for you to have the equivalent experience that equates to that degree. That's kind of what you're saying here, so just keep that in mind. They do also have a preference qualification section here. You don't necessarily need to have them to qualify for this position, but if you have them, it's important to call them out on your resume. So that is it for this opportunity. We're going to move on to the next role, which is with United Health. And United Health is looking for a medical hour clerk, and they're asking for you to reside in Pacific or Mountain Standard Time Zone, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. You're going to be working or expected to work Pacific or Mountain Time Zone. They also have some qualifications here. They are looking for high school diploma, 2+ years of medical billing, and they talk about claim status, claims appeals, reconsideration, and so forth. And then experience with understanding ICD-10, CPT coding. They also have basic computer skills with Microsoft Outlook, Word, as well as Excel. So that is also a requirement for this position. As always, there's always a preferred qualification section. So if they're looking for a seasoned individual for a role, compared to looking for entry-level individuals, that's going to determine who they consider first. So if you have data entry, and I know most people have data entry skills, so definitely ensure that you are calling those out on your resume. For example, if you are applying for this position, you can put your role as a data entry specialist because you have that title in your previous organization. But I think it's also essential to include data entry skills because that enables the algorithm to pick your skill set right away when you submit your application for that position. So just keep that in mind as you make your submissions for different roles. With this opportunity, they do have different resident salary on here in Nevada. So they're saying $16 to $23.44 per hour is the salary range. So just keep that in mind as you apply for this role. The next role we're going to be going over is with Advantage Solutions. So Advantage Solutions is looking for a specialist order to cash. It's a fully remote position, and this position, the salary is really $16.50 per hour. This position is asking for you to have an associate's degree or equivalent office experience, meaning if you don't have an associate's degree, they are looking for you to have 2 years or more office experience. They do talk about experience in customer service as well, excellent written and verbal communication skills, proficiency in Microsoft Office, focusing on Excel. So it talks about the responsibilities, validation, and execution of order processing, invoicing, contract creation, and so forth. All of that are what this position is going to be about. Obviously, you want to make sure you do have those skill set, that they are reflected in the skill section of your resume. All right, so we're going to move on to the next role. The next position we're going to be going over is with SouthWest Airlines. They are looking for a senior service desk representative. This is a fully remote position. However, with this particular role, they are asking for this individual to come in for training. So as you can see here, it does say this role is offered as a remote workplace position, which may require travel for trainings, meetings, conferences, etc. Outside of those required visits, the majority of your working time may be spent in a remote location away from the campus. So again, they're asking that possibly you may need to go in person for trainings. As long as you're in proximity within a SouthWest Air location, you should be good to. They do have on here ineligible locations, okay? So ineligible locations are Alaska, Delaware, New Jersey, North Dakota, and so forth. So if you live in any of these states, do not apply. I wanted to make sure that I called that out because this stood out to me. So just keep that in mind. And this position, you're going to be providing support, and it's in a 24/7 call center environment where productivity, performance are important, whether via phone call, chat monitoring, and so forth. So this is a desk support role, and with desk support roles, you are aiding or assisting employees to navigate any technical issues they come across. That's really what this position is about. And then let's talk about what the skills and abilities. They talk about skilled in LAN, one. Citrix is another one. Talk about Active Directory, Outlook, Exchange, Microsoft Office, and so forth. So they are asking for high school diploma or GED. And they do say here that experience should be entry-level experience, so developing skills and knowledge in ITIL methodology. In a way, this is an entry-level position, even though they have all these things listed. So just make sure that you put as much as you can of what you have as an experience. And I definitely encourage you to also go online and try to learn some of these things, especially if you really want this role. So make sure that you bring yourself up to speed. They have all the qualifications here. You must be 18 years of age, being able to work service desk shifts, which is important because that's part of your job, right? So if you already want this role, you should be able to do that. And then they also have here must be a U.S. citizen or have authorization to work in the United States. So anyone outside of the U.S. cannot apply for this position. And then competitive market salary. So they have $60,000 to $63,000 per year, depending on qualifications as well as experience. And obviously you have all the benefits that you're going to love. You fly for free, privilege. The company match 9.3, which is pretty high. So that is it for the SouthWest Air position. So definitely check it out. I hope you are able to apply for this. It's very rare for SouthWest to have a remote position. So I was very excited to see this one here, and I wanted to bring it to you guys. So I hope you find these leads helpful. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel if you've not subscribed already, and turn your notification bell on so you get notified when I do post new videos. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Till next time, best of luck to you as you apply. Take care. Bye-bye.